Be blessed by the divine. May the Almighty Force and our Guru protect us, guide us, lead us, support us day and night at all times, in all places, and in all our duties. Good evening, everyone. Wonderful seeing you today. The market seems to have recovered. Why has it recovered? What are the astrological reasons behind it? We know that the market has been falling from September 30th, 27th, 30th. Okay. And we have in the past seen why it has been so, astrologically, what has been the significance of that. And then we have seen a mild recovery of sorts. If you can see here, there has been a slight recovery of sorts for a few days here. There's been about a 6% pullback, 7% pullback that happened between 21st of November to 16th of December. But then again, it fell. Then there was a minor pullback. Again, it fell. Then there was a decent pullback that happened between another 5% pullback that happened between 27th of January and 5th of February, and then fell to the lowest price of around 21,964.60. And then from there, it had attempted to recover, moved sideways for about a few days, got stuck here at only about 2%, 2.5% stuck was there. But then the the last six trading session, this market seems to have happily recovered and is facing some resistance at 23,700, but doesn't appear to be a major resistance as such. Okay, there is significant amount of FII buy that has come into the market. So let's look at the FII activity. If you look at the FII long short ratio, we have seen the lowest at around 10.47 on the 3rd of February 2025. And from there, the market has attempted to, the FII seems to have gotten back into a buying mode, particularly in the last about 4 or 5 days. It has gone up to 32.92. So whenever we have seen that the FIIs come into the market, like in this case, the FIIs came in, the market rallied up. FIIs came in all the way there, the market rallied. The FII started selling, the market crashed. Again, FII started buying, market went up. When then sold, market went down. Further sold, market went down. Then buying again, market is going up. So this is absolutely no doubt that Indian stock market is highly dependent and correlated with FII buying, investing in India. Only when they start coming into the secondary market, we can see that there is some amount of purchase that is possible. Okay, otherwise it becomes a difficulty as such. Give me a second. Okay. Welcome back. Sorry about the small audio issue that we had. We will just redo this. I was just saying that the Indian stock market is very highly correlated with the FIIs coming in. Around here in 2024, the FIIs came in, the market went up. Okay, again they came in, the market went up. Again they came in, the market went up. And then wherever they have exited from the market, and naturally the markets have fallen. But in the last few days, the FIIs have been buying back, and the market is beginning to do really well. Okay. Okay. Now, why is the market doing well, particularly in the last few days? Okay. Why is it that they are doing really well in the last few days? So let's try to understand this clearly. Let's take the 1 day chart of Nifty. What has happened astrologically here for the market to go up? Let's take a look at what happened on that day. Which day we are talking about? We are talking about 17th of March. Now, if you look at 15th of March, okay, let's draw the chart for 15th of March 2025. Let's say around 1 p.m. Let's take Mumbai because our stock exchanges are placed out of Mumbai. We will find that Mercury had gone retrograde. For those of you who cannot see this clearly, I'll blow it up. You will see that the Mercury has gone retrograde. Mercury is written with a R right next to it. That means Mercury had gone retrograde. Supposing I just change this to say 14th of March instead of 15th of March, you will find Mercury without an R. Venus will be with an R here. Venus has been retrograde for a while, but Mercury went into retrogradation on 15th of March. Okay. Now, 15th of March happens to be a Saturday. Market was closed. Okay. 17th of March, market reopened. And that is the candle that you are seeing here. Market has attempted to recover from there. The markets have been rallying. Practically every day it has gone up by 1%. Okay, so if you see the price range here, here to here, you will find that the market has really gone up. Let me collapse all these technical indicators. We don't want them. All right. Okay. So we are seeing that the market has really gone up by about 6.2%. 6% it has gone up in the last about 6 trading days. Okay, around 6.19%, 6.2% it has gone up, which is pretty good, right? For people who have had severe problem in their portfolio, it's been bleeding, not been making money, etc. So this particular minor relief rally, it's still a minor relief rally because from September 27th, September 30th, 2024 to today, market had fallen close to 16, 15, 16%. To come back by only about 6% in the last 6 days is still a good thing, still a good thing, but it is not really going to show your portfolio as plus. Some of us will still have a negative portfolio going. And those who have held on to that portfolio, believing that the market will bounce back, congratulations to you. And I have been saying that in several of our groups and WhatsApp group and Telegram groups that I don't think the market will go below 22,000, and that's exactly where it took the support and it's bounced back to 23,600. It has closed today at 23,674. So why did this rally happen? Because Mercury had been retrograde. Now, Mercury goes into retrograde 3 to 4 times in a year. Okay, so it has gone into retrograde in 2024 about 3 times in a year. Okay, however, you will find that the market had not been bullish all the time. It had been bullish in this particular range, precisely timed to Mercury retrograde. You can see very clearly here that as the market, I'll go zoom in a bit for you to understand this a little bit more clearly. Now you can see that on 5th of August, Mercury went into retrograde in the middle of the day. So the market went to a new low of 23,893 in the short term. And then it recovered and closed at 24,0556. The next day, again, it tried to go to the bottom. It didn't go to the bottom of the previous day. It recovered slightly, but it did not go to the open or the high of 24,382.60. So then the next day went up by a good percentage here. Then it's been attempting to recover from there, went all the way up to 25,000, closed at 25,052. Okay. So clearly we are seeing that this trend has been very highly correlated with Mercury retrograde. What about the previous period? Did we actually see a Mercury retrograde giving us a good bull run? No, we did not see that. Market did recover, did go up a little bit. It went up for about 3 4 days, even though one or two red candles we are seeing here, but on a previous day closure to the next day closure, it has really been going up, but then it lost steam. Again, it recovered bit and it closed pretty much at the same level as it began at the start of Mercury retrograde. Over a period of 21 days, Mercury will be retrograde. Now, what is the difference between one retrograde period and the other retrograde period? Let me show you what is the difference for you to understand this very clearly. Mercury moves up and down based on the declination angle, geocentric declination angle. So let's open 2024 and let's look at Mercury declination, which interestingly will also show you the retrograde period. Okay, now here is the Mercury retrograde period along with its declination angle. Mercury was at its lowest and the market was going down prior to that in 2024. And as it started to recover, the market also went up and there was a minus pullback. Some other planet pulled it back, and then it went into retrograde here, and the market went up a bit, down a bit, saw went back up again. Precisely when Mercury turned direct, the market fell again, and after about 7 to 10 days of trading, then it finally recovered, and of course that dramatic June 3rd happened, right? Where the June 3rd candle we saw, June 4th candle that we saw, where the market dipped from 23 to 179 to about 21,884, a good 1,500 point, 1,300 point, 400 point drop that happened. And then the next day, of course, the market recovered and then rallied, pulled back. then again went up and touched that the greatest height that we saw. Okay, so the thing is like this: when Mercury declination goes from minus to positive, towards positive, okay, and so remember, and condition, Mercury goes into retrograde, okay, market attempts to recover, cannot sustain, and then remains where it was at the start of it. Okay, that is what we saw in 2024. Okay, but if Mercury was declining down and Mercury goes into retrograde, market recovers pretty smartly. So let's put it like this: if Mercury was declining from positive peak to word negative, and remember the and condition here, it goes into retrograde, the market completely recovers from the immediately preceding bearish move. Okay, that is what we are seeing right here in this particular chart. There was a pull down for a few days before Mercury goes into retrograde, and then pull back in, then minor fall, and then pull back in, and then a complete fall has happened. And around the time when Mercury turned direct, another Mercury turned positive, another recovery began. Okay, similar to how it has happened in the last period, we are seeing a similar recovery here. We are seeing a similar recovery here when Mercury goes into retrograde. Okay, the Mercury was pretty much on its lowest end on this particular curve here. Then it has attempted to recover, got stuck sideways for about 7 to 8 days, 8 trading days, and then it has recovered once it has gone into retrograde. Okay, now we have seen how Mercury controls the market. This is a daily chart. Okay, now let us see whether the momentum is good or bad. We are looking at a daily chart. Okay, we are seeing a clear uptrend seen here. Okay, clear uptrend seen here. Right. Let's hide the super trend. Let's take a look at the MA cross. We are taking a 2050. As you know, I enjoy 2050 more than anything else. And the yellow line here is the 50-day. The green line here is the 20-day moving average. Let me just make it a little bit bold for you all to see this. Okay. Right. Now I have seen astrologically that Mercury declination is from negative to positive currently. So it is not from positive to negative currently. So in the past, market has attempted to recover, but it has not sustained itself. Okay. Is it what is going to happen in the market today? Is what I am interested in finding. So the market has gone up here. Now I will take the technical analysis. I'm only using the daily. I can go to a weekly also. And if I look at weekly here, I'm actually seeing a death cross right here. The death cross right here, where I am seeing the long 50-day average higher than the short 50-day average. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign at all. So I am seeing on a weekly chart, MA crossover is still under the death trend. That means I am not confident that we have solid trend that we are able to see in Nifty. Okay, so astrologically, I don't see a strong trend yet because in the past, as Mercury was attempting to come up from negative to positive and went into retrograde, market recovered but did not sustain. So astrologically, okay, inability to sustain a recovery was seen, okay, in similar Mercury period. All right, Mercury retro period when declination moved up from negative to positive, right? So astrologically, we don't see an ability to sustain. Now you see weekly, it is not able to see a good trend because just about 4 weeks ago, we have actually seen a death cross. The short term moving average has crossed over the long term moving average. So this is a death cross. And the death cross, as you can see, it is still diverging outside, even though the market seems to have recovered significantly last week, at least from a portfolio perspective. Okay. Now, what about the ADX? Let's analyze the ADX. Weekly chart ADX, the trend was around 19. Actually, it has come down to 17.18. Okay, so on a weekly chart, MA cross is not showing any positive bull run, and we are seeing a ADX 14. We are taking a 14 period ADX. Okay, MA cross we took 2050, right? So this is around 17.18 today. So this is really still under bearish grip, not a bull strength. Okay, we do not see a bull strength coming in yet. Okay, right. Now let's go to the daily chart. Okay, let's go to the daily chart. Nifty 50 daily chart. Do we see a better trend on a daily chart? Now, once again, we are finding that the 50-day average, which is the orange line, above the green line, which is the 20-day average. But the good news is the 20-day average is beginning to slightly go up. The 50-day average is kind of flattening it out. So if the same trend sustains itself, then the chances are over the next few days, this trend will go up. It will go like this. Hopefully, it will go like this. Whereas the 50-day moving average will also beginning to slightly move up, and we should see in the next few days, if everything goes well as per what we are seeing, we should be able to see on the daily time frame, we should anticipate a bullish crossover called, which is the bullish crossover or called the golden crossover. Okay, where the 20 period moving average goes above the 50 period moving average, and we should see a golden crossover. But currently, we are still in the grip of a bearish death crossover. We are still not having any strong momentum for us to take. Now, if you look at the ADX on a daily time frame, we are seeing it to be 24.65. Okay, as you can see here, the 14 period ADX average directional index is 24.65. So it's kind of beginning to get some momentum here. I have taught you already that less than 20 ADX, less than 20 is not a bullish trend. Okay, it's a very bad trend. ADX 20 to 25 is no trade zone. Okay, this is an indecisive zone. ADX above 25 is the beginning of a bullish trend. Okay, then you can say above 40, above 50, above 60. All that is your decision how you want to do. But finally, we want to be able to see these three things. So on a daily time frame also, we do not see a great momentum coming in for us. So in short, is it time to celebrate? No. Okay. What will I do? Wait and watch. If I wish to do positional trading on Nifty, I will not bet for Nifty to sustain its bull run. Maybe it will happen, maybe it will not happen. But currently, as of today, I am on a wait and watch mode. If I wish to do positional trading on, let's say, Nifty futures, I will not want to really do it at this point of time. Okay. A swing trading may be possible. Okay. Or scalping would be an excellent option, but the cost of trading in scalping is extremely high and you should be extremely smart. You should know how to do that. Okay. I will conduct a small session on how it should be done. But just to give you a quick idea of how to do scalping today, whether scalping would have worked or not, I will show you this entire thing for you to understand. Okay, let's go to the hourly chart. On the hourly chart again, we have not seen the market giving us. So this is the trend. This is the 50-day average. This is the 20-period average. And it has not given, sorry, this is the orange line is the 50-period average. The green line is the 20-period average on a 1 hourly chart. Okay. So we have not seen the market price come down to the 20-period average. If it has come here and the RSI has also gone below 30, we would have done scalping on a daily basis, on a throughout the day basis. That would not have been possible. Okay, can I do a 3-minute scalping? Now here is the position that was there. Okay, in a 3-minute positioning scalping, I want to see that the market is coming and touching my average, which happened towards the end of the day. At 3 p.m., the market came and touched my 20-period average and took support and went up. Okay. So on a 20 period, on a 15 minutes chart, the 20 period average, 20 period average, it came and touched, which is good. At that time, say around 3 o'clock. Okay. Let's take the 3 o'clock uh, mark. Let's just do a quick mark of the 3 o'clock. Where can I do? All right. I don't know where to do that. That is the arrow mark. Okay. Now here is the 3 o'clock, right? So this is the 3 o'clock mark. Let me just mark it right there. Okay. This is the 3 o'clock one. This is a 15 minutes chart. Now let's go to 3 minutes chart. Okay. Where is that thing went? Where did it go? Okay, there you go. It's right here, right? Let me now reduce this. Okay, so I got a 3 minute chart here, and there was a nice, beautiful red candle. At that time, what was the RSI? Let's pull the RSI up. Now, RSI is basically 5. Why am I taking 5? Analyzing the 15 minutes chart and coming to the 3 minutes chart. So 3 into 5 is 15. So therefore, I am taking RSI for 5 period stability. My goal is to trade within the window of 3 minutes. Okay, in 3 minutes, can I quickly scalp, make money? Can I exit? I know that the day trend has been bullish. So that is my first decision because the 15 minutes chart clearly showed that the day trend has been bullish. So we have seen that the market has been pretty bullish. Okay, it started pretty high and it went up. And we are also seeing that the ADX on a 15 minutes chart has been pretty bullish. MA crossover has already happened some days ago, 1 or 2, 3, 4 days ago on a 15 minutes chart. Okay, on the daily chart we are not seeing, weekly chart we are not seeing, even in a 1 hour chart we are not really seeing anything great for us. So nothing can be done as a day trading, but now we are talking 3 minute scalping. Therefore, we are analyzing a 15 minutes chart. Now, on a 15 minutes chart, at this particular time at 3 o'clock, the ADX has been 43. Okay, the ADX has been 43, as you can see here on the screen, 43.61, which is a good point for us. And I waited when the market came and touched the 20 period moving average. We go to the 3 minutes chart. Fantastic fall. Fantastic fall. This is time to celebrate. Why? Because we got our RSI down to around 12.36, I think. Around. Show you where did it go. At the time, the RSI was 12.88. Okay. And do we take a trade? We don't take a trade. Okay. Do we wait for either the next candle or we go to the 1 minute candle and wait for a good bullish candle to appear? Now, this is a decent candle, but this is what I would call a very good bullish candle because there has been a practically very small wick in the bottom, very good body, okay, good head, and that is going to show that from here onwards, the market will recover. Okay, so this is a good recovery point from there. If we have entered at this particular price right here, at the high of this candle, what is this time frame here? This time frame is 305. What was the Nifty price? 23,640. Okay, right. Let's go to Nifty options. This is all right. It's taking a little longer for it to appear. 1,000 is not a good thing. 23,640. So I will take 23,600 CE. I want to be in the money. I don't want to be out of the money. Okay. Now, if I had entered at 30305, okay, that is the period that we thought we will enter. Here we see we would have entered at the high of this candle. The high of this candle was 180, 179.55. Okay, 23,600 CE at 180, let us say. Okay, if we had bought it and we had held it, okay, we had held it. What is the stop loss? The stop loss is right here. Okay, this candle right here would have been the lower of this candle would have been our stop loss. In fact, a low of even this candle could have been your stop loss if you want to be a little bit more conservative. Okay, the stop loss would have been 171.85, say 172. Okay, with a very clear 172 stop loss, 172. All right. So if we had entered with this as the price, where could we have exited and how we could have exited and what price we could have exited at. Go back to the 3 minutes chart. I'll show you what the target could have been. Look at the ATR. Okay, look at the average true range. The average true range is 8 rupee 60 paisa, say around 8 9 rupees. Okay, around 9 rupee, around 305, it was around 9 rupees. So my target would have been 8 rupees is my stop loss. Target would have been 189. So could I have reached 189? Let's see, where did it close? It closed at 205. The high was 205, closed at 202. Okay, it went to the high of 205, closed at 202. My target was 189. I could have closed at 205. I could have closed at 202. Today, had I entered it at the right price. So that would have given me, let's assume that I would have closed at the last minute at 202, or let's say 200. I would have closed as sold at 200, would have given me 20 rupees, which will be 10% of my capital, my trading bet. If I had taken that bet at 3:05 p.m., I would have made a 20 rupees clear profit, a 10% profit on this whole thing. And had I been sitting in front of the computer, which I was not, so I did not do much of a trading today, but I was on a phone call and I had an astrology meeting, so I couldn't really do it at that time. But yeah, so if we could do something like this, that would have been a good success. Also, you would have seen something very similar happened around 140, 145. That also would have given a good bull run. Always and always remember that if the day trend, what am I saying here? Okay, so in the chart one, which is the higher time frame, right? In the higher time frame, I want to see a trend bull. What is the trend? And what is the strength of the trend? Decide this. On chart 2, which is the lower time frame, what is the RSI? Okay, now let us say if trend is bullish, RSI should become oversold. If trend is bearish, RSI should become overbought. Then will I take a trade? I won't, because I will go to chart 3, which is the lowest time frame. Okay, wait for a candle in my direction or in my trend bet. That is, if CE, then, or if I go long, then wait for a bullish candle. If I go short, then wait for a bearish candle. That's it, guys. This is, once again, I'm repeating this so that you guys are absolutely aware how this is going. So in short, I'm not too excited about the market, but I'm very happy if your portfolio is looking positive at this point of time. And we shall hopefully see some more recovery in the market going forward. And if it is going to recover very quickly, then congratulations to all of you who had held on to this wonderful market and held on to the belief that the market strength, Indian stock market strength, is reasonably good, and that FIIs will definitely come back and start investing in the Indian story, and hopefully everybody will prosper over a period of time. All the very best to you guys. If you have any questions, you can ask. Any doubts? Anyone? Okay, so what is going to be my prediction for the next few days? I am not here to give you my market prediction at all. I'm not even telling you I am an expert in any of this. Okay, all I'm telling you is I am a student. I am observing how the market is behaving and constantly bringing new education as I bring in new insight to you. So kindly talk to your investment advisor. Okay, this please understand that please talk to your registered investment advisor for any trading advice. Okay, now this is for learning and educational purposes only. I am not telling you to buy, I'm not telling you to sell. I'm only telling you what is the discipline that you required and all the information that I have gathered. I'm just bringing that to you for you to learn and succeed in the stock market. Meherji,
Yeah, sir.
what's your doubt?
Sir, tomorrow Shravan Nakshatra. Is
Yep.
market likely to fall?
Okay. Now, I am not here to predict. I won't predict what's going to happen in the market. But having said that, traditionally, okay,
That's
or rather historically, when
all this. You
moon
told this to us.
transits, yes, moon transits over moon's nakshatra, okay, market remains choppy. Okay, so it is not usually very bullish, but this has failed also about 20-30% of the time. 70 to 80% of the time. Okay, this is true. So 20-30% of the time, this doesn't work because of various other planets interfering with it. So uh, anybody's guess what's going to happen tomorrow. But I do think that the market is super overbought. If you look at the day trend, look at the RSI here, the 93.32. This is mega overbought. Okay. And an ATR we are seeing is 254 point. Okay. And yet we are not seeing a big trend coming in. And we are seeing when the market falls, it falls big time. Okay. For instance, if you look at the 3 minutes candle here, look at this candle here. Look at the fall that we are seeing in just a matter of 3 minutes. We are seeing a 40-point fall. Okay, 16-point fall. 16-point fall is nothing, but we are seeing that towards the end of the day at 3 o'clock, there has been a 40-point fall in the market. Okay, so when it falls, it will fall big time. That is for sure. Everybody knows that this is how the system works. But overall, is it looking really bad? I don't think so. Is it really looking really great for us to be on an euphoria? No, not yet. Okay. The market is going to give us plenty of opportunities going forward. So please trade carefully tomorrow. Okay, Meherji?
Thank you, sir.
All right, folks. Any other questions? Anybody else? Okay. Take care of yourself. I will see you tomorrow around 3:30 when the day wraps up. Good luck. Be blessed by the divine.